Hey Fae folk, welcome back. So for today's video, we are going to be doing a dolls I do want video, but before I can get into that, I need to explain why I'm seated like this. It's because down here, out of your view, my darling cat Reese has sat on my chair. She was asleep and she's not moving, and I simply don't have the heart to move her. I just can't do it. So as long as she wants to be here, I'm just going to be in this little awkward position, and that's fine because this video is about dolls. It's not about how I'm sitting or the fact that you might be able to see where she's scratched up my chair real bad. No, it's about dolls and maybe my kitty if she decides to come up on the table. But anyway, yeah, we are going to be doing a dolls I do want video, which is the inverse of the video that I just posted, which was my dolls I don't want video. So this is where I take a look at dolls that have either recently released or are upcoming releases that I do want and am excited about. Oh, I get to sit fully and she gets to be in the spotlight, which is really what she wants for sure. This video is definitely going to be a lot shorter than my dolls I don't want video that I just posted, just because I am kind of inherently a bit of a picky person when it comes to my collection, so there are fewer dolls to feature, but hopefully it should still be a fun time. I mean, we're going to gush about cute dolls, right? Like, it's going to be a good time. Of course, if you hate these dolls and you want to express that in the comments, that's fine. You know, everyone has different opinions. Just do please be nice about it. But yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump on in. So unlike my don't want to video, I only have two brands to feature today. We're going to talk about Rainbow High first, just because they have far fewer dolls than the other brand that we're going to be talking about. So I still don't know the name of this line. I'm filming this video the day after I filmed my don't want video, so I don't know, like my brain hasn't retained any extra knowledge in that day. I don't know what this line is called, but it's sort of a like successor to the Sparkle and Shine line with the glitter legs. So we're doing glitter legs again, except it is older characters instead of new characters. And this first one that I wanted to take a look at is Skylar. Now there is a huge caveat to this, and that is that I will not be buying this doll until she goes on a sale, because I really only want her for the base doll. That's like the only part that I'm certain about. I love this Skylar's head, really. Like, you know, the body is missing some of the wrist articulation, and because of the sparkle legs, also missing articulation there. So I'm really, really thinking I might rebody her. Again, a good reason to only buy her once she goes on sale. But this head has, like, me in a chokehold. I just think the makeup is so pretty, and I also really, really love the way they've incorporated these extra colors in her hair. It's giving, like, very mermaid, but like a little bit of like a swampy mermaid, and I'm super here for it. I just think it's so pretty. So that's like the main reason that I want this doll, is that I do want to take her head, put it on a different Skylar's body, and then like give her a different outfit. But I also don't hate the pieces. I don't know that I love how this whole outfit works altogether, but I do feel like I could reuse these pieces in some restyles, so like it wouldn't be as though I'm buying the doll literally just for the head, if that makes sense. Like, I do think that this skirt has potential, especially like it is giving sort of mermaid vibes with like the weird hem, and like it looks like there's little pieces of another color of fabric that are sort of poking out from underneath the denim. So seeing the skirt in person, honestly, I feel like the skirt still could go with the head on whatever restyle I do for that. So that one has potential to me. I do think that the top is interesting. I don't like it in this outfit, but I do think it's an interesting top, and I would be curious to see how it would look with other styles. And then she's got a white t-shirt. I feel like having a white t-shirt is always pretty useful to have. So I am excited about her for the pieces that like I can then take and sort of make my own doll out of, which is why I do want her. So she's technically in this video, but she definitely is one that I would not buy full price. I just don't feel like I personally can justify buying a doll full price just to like rip it apart, quite literally. Sort of similar feelings about the second doll that I wanted to feature from Rainbow High, part of the same line. So this is Iris. This is Iris's second doll, and I really do think this one's really pretty. I never ended up getting the original Iris, even though I thought that I was going to. I don't know, she went on sale and I was like, you know, I still don't really feel like I want to spend money on this. And I am sort of glad that I waited now, just because I think that the hair blend on this one is so good. Like, I already liked the first Iris and already liked the way that her hair was done. This one just feels so pretty. It's a little less rainbow, a little bit more of the brown, and I just feel like it ties in so well. I love how tight her curls are, and especially on the half of her head that has like the warmed toned colors. It just looks so good. The way that that orange blends in with the brown is so insanely pretty to me. I love that. So I definitely want this for the base doll. Again, I'm not really sure actually if I would keep the sparkle legs or if I would want to rebody her. I'm not like entirely opposed to the sparkle legs. Like I bought all of the original Sparkle and Shine dolls because I did think that their outfits were really cute. So like, I don't know, maybe she would get to stay on this body, but she is another one that I'm not going to like pay full price for just because I don't like how the outfit is constructed. The shoes are fine. They're a bit boring, but they're totally fine. I think the skirt is actually really, really cute. It just doesn't match literally anything else. Like I feel as though the top half of the stall and the bottom half are different dolls. Like we have the pink skirt, pinkish sparkle legs, and then gold shoes. The gold could go either way, obviously, but like that just feels very like one color story. And then on top, we have these much more saturated colors. We've got the red and like the darker rainbow. And I do like that color scheme, obviously. Like I just went on about how good I think it looks in Iris's hair, but I do think that it just looks super, super weird paired with this baby pink skirt. Like altogether, it is not it. I'm not sure how I feel about like the undershirt that she's got going on. I would have to see that in person. I do think the like hoodie that's really just a hood and sleeves, that's cute. I do really like that piece. So this is another one, like I said, much like Skylar, where I like pieces of it. I do not like how it's been put together, but I would like to buy her on sale so that I can separate the pieces and create something that I really, really love. But with those two girly pops out of the way, that brings us to our second and final brand for the day, and that is Bratz. There's like been a lot of Bratz stuff coming out, so I have a lot to talk about. The first of which is the Bratziversary Jade, which I do feel like might surprise some people, especially if you follow me on Instagram, because when this first came out, I was like, no. Like when we first got even like leaks of the like prototypes and then even the first stock photos, I was like, this isn't gonna work for me. But I did in fact buy her. I obviously haven't unboxed her on the channel yet. She's sitting on my dining room table waiting for her time in the spotlight. So like I did sort of do a 180. This one, I'm going to talk about it a lot more in depth when I do her review video. But the short version is that she is something that maybe you could consider a bit of an irresponsible purchase, because I just talked about the two Rainbow High dolls and how I didn't want to pay full price for them because I knew I wasn't going to keep them as they were. I knew I wanted to customize them to a decent extent. And I feel the same about this one. So it does feel like a little bit hypocritical that I paid full price for her. But in my defense, this is a collector doll, technically speaking. And I had no idea if this was going to be a collector doll that's like, oh, you can get her for months and months and months and months, and she's like available for forever, or if it was going to be like she sells out in a minute and they never restock. So that's the reason that I ended up getting her. I actually was lucky. I missed her first drop and then she like randomly restocked later in the day and I was able to snag her. But that's the reason that I went ahead and bought her for full price, despite the fact that I fully intend to customize this doll. It's just because with the collector doll, it's a little bit different. Like there isn't that guarantee of availability, if that makes sense. There are things that I like, obviously. I think the color of her hair is really pretty. I love the veil. I know that's like a simple piece. It's just, fabric with some embroidery, but I do think it's really, really pretty. I like the shoes. I do like the dress. I'm not saying that I think it's ugly. I just don't know that I like it on this doll compared to like the image that I have in my head. I also don't like the braids. They're just not for me. I don't know. But the face is really, really what sold it for me and was really what made me be like, I need this doll specifically to customize, because I don't intend to like repaint her face. So I guess customize is maybe the wrong word. I just really, really want to redress her. I feel like turning her into like sort of an angel vibe where like she's got like a big poofy like off-white and like gold dress, maybe some like wing accessories. This could be so good. It's just the face is so unique. It's very different than like most Bratz screenings. It's a little bit more detailed, a little bit like, I know using the term realistic about a Bratz doll is weird, but it is ever so slightly more realistic. And I just felt like I saw this and I saw the original image and was like, I like the dress, but I'm not going to buy the doll for the dress. And then I saw the close-ups of her face and I was like, shit, I really like this face. The custom idea popped into my head and I was like, this veil with this face with a different dress. And I had to get her. And since I do like the dress, I fully intend to put it on a different doll. I just don't necessarily love how it looks on her. So yeah, that was a lot. I literally said, I'm not going to explain it super in depth. And then I proceeded to do that. And I'm definitely going to repeat myself when I do her review, but it is what it is. I'll finally move on now. Next up, when it comes to Playline Brats, we have got Scorchin and Stylin to discuss. We're going to talk about Scorchin first. I do like 3 out of these 4 dolls. Technically speaking, I like 4 out of 4. I just am trying to have some control and trying to not convince myself that I also want Chloe. I did do a whole like in-depth video about what I love about these dolls and also like what I thought that their like release sort of signaled to me or like signified to me. So if you want like a super in-depth discussion, you can go check out that video. I promise I actually will be brief with these. So Yasmin, generally speaking, no hate to Yasmin, no hate to Yasmin girlies. Just for me personally, I feel like I tend to like fewer of her dolls, but I actually really adore this one. The color of purple that they chose is excellent, and the little like tulle lining on her skirt is so cute and really adds like a nice feminine touch to this outfit that I feel like fits with Yasmin's typical style really well. So again, not that I'm not like a Yasmin hater, just as someone who doesn't typically feel super drawn to her dolls, this one surprised me in the best way. I love her. Then we have Sasha, and she's just so pretty. Like, honestly, all of the faces for this line are insane to me. They're so gorgeous, and this incredible, like, beautiful highlighter yellow on her. I'm done for. I just adore it. And then we have Jade, who originally was my 3rd favorite, but like, she's been climbing up there. I really do like her. I like that she has the shorts just because it does set her apart a little bit from the other dolls on the line. I like the slit in the shorts. I think that's fun and funky. It doesn't show up quite as well in this particular picture, but like in some of the closer up photos, you can see that her hair does have like a blue tinge to it, which I'm a big fan of. So just generally speaking, I think this entire lineup was an incredible release. Is an incredible release. They're still rolling out into stores as I'm filming. I just really love them. I cannot wait to get my hands on them. And then Stylin is going to be our last line to discuss for today. In my Don't Want video, I did discuss 2 out of the 4 dolls, so we're going to talk about the other 2. The first one is Chloe, and like, she's weird, okay? This entire lineup is a little weird. Like, I do feel as though the designs are not necessarily what most people would expect. Like, they are a little bit out of left field, a little bit odd. Whether that's good or bad is up to personal interpretation. For me, Chloe's is good. Like, there's just something so like silly goofy about this that it goes full circle enough to where it feels fashionable in my head. I hope that makes sense. I just really like her. Like, that's it. I'm having trouble justifying why I like her, but I do think this is really cute. I think her face is fun. I think the pants are just so outrageous and weird that, again, I kind of can't help but love them for how bizarre they are. I like the bag she comes with. I think her hairstyle with the colored rubber bands. Why could I not think of the word rubber bands? But I really do like that. I also do think it's super fun that this line comes with t-shirts. Like, I think that that's a cool vibe. And I also really like the fact that they come with different ways that you can like cut up the t-shirt so that you can sort of style it on your own. I believe they said that all of the t-shirts are going to be in an extra large, which like obviously not everybody fits an extra large. And any situation like this where you're trying to sell a shirt with a doll, I feel like it's going to be tricky because there's no way you can get one shirt to fit everybody, right? But I do feel like by including their little tips and tricks of like, oh, if you cut the shirt this way, it'll fit this way, and like that sort of situation, like giving you ideas for how to customize it, definitely makes it a situation where you can take that extra large shirt and you can make it something that like you do a little bit of like corsetting detail or tie up detail, and so it fits tighter. Or you can like sort of cut slits in the seams, cut like the neck open wider. Like, you can do things that will make it fit a little bit of a bigger body that maybe wouldn't normally fit into an XL. So like, it still isn't something, I'm not going to try to pretend that it's something that is still 100% inclusive, because again, in this sort of situation, unless you are like custom ordering these where you're like, okay, this is the doll I want and this is the size shirt I want, it's not going to fit every single person ever. But I do think that those styling tips and like those guides or whatever, like those ideas for how to cut up the shirt, help to mitigate that problem, if that makes sense. So I think it's a really fun thing. I really do like Chloe. I don't know how much I like the shirt that she comes with, because it is a big version of the shirt she's wearing. Like, I don't know if it's something I would wear, but just the concept I do think is pretty fun. And then to round out the video, we have the Stylin Jade, who is another one that I am definitely gonna have to wait for a sale on, because I do think that she needs some TLC before she's a doll that I can truly love. But I see the potential in her, okay? I'm obsessed with these pierced glasses. Yes, I know it's impractical, and as someone who literally has to wear glasses every single day, I would lose my mind if I did that to myself, but she's a doll, so it doesn't really matter, and I do think it's like a fun, funky look. Like, I am vibing with that. I like her screening. The leopard print, I feel like like, I don't hate it inherently, but I think there's just too much happening with her outfit here. I'm curious about where that pink piece is attached. Like, I'm not sure where that fits in, but I do like the tank top that she has on over the leopard print with like the little bit of lace up detail. I think that's really cute. And that's the same like art style or like art piece that's on the shirt that she comes with. And that one, I still don't know if I would like wear it in public, not because I'm like ashamed, but just because it's, again, not necessarily something that's fully my style, but I could see it as being a great like around the house shirt. I do like the skirt, like what we can see of it, this sort of like half and half situation. I like that. I like her bag. Her boots are pretty simplistic, but I think with a little bit of painted detail, they could be really cool. And then finally, the hair. I was like, I saw this and I was like, oh, I do not like that hair, but hear me out. Take the ponytail down, blend the pieces together a little bit. I do think that there's a way to do color blocking in hair that's like super fun. Like I have said that historically, like I have loved a lot of color blocked hair on dolls. I just don't like how this one looks, but I feel like if you curl her hair, like a cute little like away from the face sort of curl and blend that white into the black a little bit, it's going to look a lot softer and it's going to be very, very pretty. Like I can see it in my head and I know that it has potential. So like, I just feel like with the restyling, this doll could be so incredible for me personally. Again, I don't want to pay full price for her just because of the amount of work that's going to have to go into her. So it's like, I don't know if that's justifiable, but I do want to get her at some point on a sale because I think that I can turn her into something that I like a lot more than what's presented here. Obviously, if you like what's here, that's totally chill. You're fully allowed to like have that opinion. Just for me, I feel like she needs a little work and then I think she's going to be incredible. But that is going to be it for today, guys. A little bit of a shorter one, as I said at the beginning, but hopefully a fun one for y'all. Definitely a little bit more positive. I know I like still critique some things here and there, but like I'm just trying to think through, you know, like what I'm going to like in my collection and how much I should spend on things and how I can take things that maybe I don't like fully as they come and like turn them into something I can like really, really love. I don't know. It's an interesting shift that I'm seeing begin in my sort of collecting habits where I'm definitely thinking about things more in terms of pieces and potential. Like I still love dolls that I can buy and just like immediately like the Style and Chloe. I'm not going to do anything to her. I'm just going to like wash her hair and then love her. But it is kind of fun to like start to think in terms of like, ooh, I could use this with this and I could do that with that. And if I restyle her hair, then will I like her more? So not like necessarily as cut and dry positive as some of my previous dolls I do want videos, but I'm really, really seeing like some creative potential in these dolls and I'm really excited about them just for slightly different reasons than normal. So I'm super happy to have gotten to share these with you. I hope you did have fun listening to all of my opinions and I cannot wait to hear yours in the comments down below. But I'm going to stop yapping, y'all. I do hope you enjoyed. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day or your night or whatever it might be, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.